What's going on, YouTube? It's Chuck back with Chuck's Hobby Spot. I wanted to do a quick video about how I store my aftermarket parts. A lot of people ask me that all the time. How do you store all the aftermarket parts you buy? And they ask me about aftermarket parts. I want to do a little bit of videos on stuff like that too. So what I use, and maybe a tour around my hobby room at some point again, because my hobby room grows, you know, so keep you guys updated because I know this is an addiction for a lot of us, and a lot of us like to see how other people handle this type of deal. So anyway, let's get this camera turned around and I'll show you guys how I store a lot of my parts. And it's not all of my parts, it's just how I store some of them. And I thought this would be like a kind of a cool video for a product out there that I purchased, like a storage container that I purchased, and it works pretty good. So here, let me turn the camera around and check this out. Well, here we are. So I seen these at Hobby Lobby and then again at Michael's and online, and they're 15 bucks, and you can store a lot of things and separate a lot of your aftermarket parts. And I'll show you real quick. It comes in a container, and I think they come with what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 16 storage pieces. 15 bucks I think is a pretty good deal. They're like this. My hands are greasy, I've been working on a car. So they're like this. You open them up and you can store like individual stuff in here. This here, I keep all my screen stuff in here, and I'll show you how this kind of works. So in one case I might put like let me turn it around here. In one case I might use them for, like, say, Iceman resin engines. I put 2 in each one. And, oh, nice engines. This is a new one, by the way. Just some more screen. This whole row might be just Iceman resin motors, you know. And I put 2 to a case, unless I take them off the trees, and I can probably put 3 in there, maybe something like that. There's a couple more engines in here. Then I know exactly where to go. These are different maker of motors, so I know where to go. Buddy of mine made me that one. Some Iceman magic. All my engines probably will be in one type of box, and these are some spare parts, you know, like some spare resin parts from other engines I've used that I didn't use the parts. Here's some kit parts and miscellaneous stuff that, you know, I might use one day. I don't really throw nothing out, so, because you never know. Look at that. It's a Gibson engine, old motor from when I first started. I think this engine, one of them out of a truck and one of them's out of a pro stock car, I think, or something. So I store them like that. There's one. I've got about 6 or 7 of them. This one here, I'll just grab a couple out so you guys kind of get the idea. Some other off the sprue stuff. They got some good stuff over there. So let me see. Some more Iceman stuff. Frames, brakes, rotors. These are fittings. I have other areas I put fittings in. When I open them, I usually separate some fittings and stick them in here, so I don't have to always go to this, but I have my go-to thing right next to me. So stuff like that. Springs, fuel line, radiator hoses, just lines and stuff. miscellaneous stuff that I can probably use on something, you know. I cut them up and I put them away. because again, my mind's always running what I want to use, some fittings. Wires. Or resin valve covers and stuff like that. These are all like photo etch stuff I have in here. I probably get a few of these full of that. Some just extra parts. Interior stuff, shifters, etc. This is a steering wheel, which I think I'm going to use on this 29 I'm doing right now. That Halo steering wheel. Just stuff like that, like shifters and stuff like that. And again, I've got, here's some distributors and stuff. I like those Morgan distributors. There are a bunch of them in here. Like my go-to. I've got like, again, I've got like 7 of these. So that's how I store like a lot of my parts. For decals, I've got about three decal things, you know, in here. I don't throw any of my kit decals away, so I always store them in here. And I write on here, you know, this side up, so like they don't, because they go in like this. And if you put them the other way, they all fall out. So these are a lot of kit decals, you know, that I have here. So, and I have a lot of my kit ones like in here. So this is room for new stuff, you know, because I'm sure this model I'm going to use some of the decals, and I'll have to find a place to put those. So here again, this side up, this is another one, some Slicks decals, some more. I just got decals for days, you know. I mean, I hate having to wait on things to come in the mail sometimes, so I'll order stuff that I might see and it might be for a cool future build. So I'm just gonna go through these. These are the new ones I got. Yeah, I did a review on those, so watch the last video. Some more Slicks. This is a good set right there too. Tom New sells them, so I've got another one. I think this one's full too. Oh, this way up. So this is kind of how I store a lot of my stuff. So some interior stuff, carbon fiber. This is some good stuff here. You guys get the gist. It's kind of how I store a lot of my stuff. So I also store my stuff, like my tapes. I have a little spot next to me on this side in a deep drawer, and they all fit perfect. I have like all my tapes in here, like my tools, my razor blades in here, all brand new razor blades. I used a lot of wires, so here's a lot of soldering wire and stuff like that I might use. And I think I got a couple of those all filled up. Like here we go, some more. These here this is a pretty good tool. I found this at Hobby Lobby and I really like these, and I've been using them ever since. So I always have these in here, and they fit in here real nice. They go on the pedestal, or they go on this pedestal, and I can put them inside my dehydrator, do whatever, you know, for fast working. These are the old ones I used to use. I still use them. All my drills go in here. It's a bunch of drills. So I drill a lot of stuff out. So this is just some more odds and ends. So yep, got that. Let me see here. Tubing, just extra tubing. Shrink wrap. I got other shrink wrap stuff in there. Over here. Whoops, sorry guys. Back there, there's in the very corner, there's a bunch of plastruck stuff and like evergreen styrene, the tubes and all that. I keep them all back there. After I finish my models, I stick them in here. My shelf's dusty, so they all sit in here for a little while to gas out, and then my paint back here I store on the wall. All my scale finishes stuff, and my sandpaper's in that little black thing where the toothpicks are kind of pulled out. That's kind of how I run my shop. So I hope you guys got something out of this video, and maybe got some ideas. If you use one idea, that's cool. If you don't really like the way I did it, you know, that's cool too. I know this is a bunch of crap, so why do you watch this crap? So anyway, that's the end of this video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, tell a friend, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. We'll do an update on the 29. All right, take care. Bye.